Reforming traditional sex education in schools is sending conservatives into a moral panic. Let's talk. Moral panic has spread through the media and is contained by suppressing debates around the topic in conflict. In this case, abstinence-only education has historically resolved hysteria. These stats highlight the amount of teens under 18 who have engaged in sex despite the kind of sex education they've received. A third of abstinence-only educated students are less likely to use contraceptives, and just 12% of sex education classes covered same-sex relationships, and yet the US is still funding an outdated abstinence-only education. Can we talk about sex?
Yes. You know what? That's never a question that you ever asked me when you were little.
Where does a baby come from?
My belly.
How?
You know the egg that gets released every month.
Okay, that's enough. Yes, I'm 19 and this was kind of staged, but for young people this kind of conversation is awkward to have with your parents. My mum even said I'd never even asked her about it when I was a kid. This is why schools need to provide comprehensive sex education for those that need it most. In a bid to avoid these awkward conversations, many students are turning to YouTubers or people using their online platform to educate. However, these young influencers don't have professional accreditation to be sex educators, and in turn heightens moral panic and debate about what students should and shouldn't be taught at a young age. Excluding same-sex relationships from sex education denies LGBTQ students the right to important information that could prevent them from contracting an STI or engaging in unsafe practices. Additionally, according to the GLSEN, LGBTQ students experience greater homophobic harassment in schools that have abstinence-only education. Debates will always stir moral panic to some degree. However, proven research shows the benefits of a modernized sex education in comparison to abstinence only. While social media is filling in some gaps, misinformation and non-professional advice can spread. LGBTQ students are more at risk of discrimination, so schools should aim for inclusivity in their sex education programs to not only offer safe information, but also reduce bullying and harassment from a young age. At the end of the day, social media is here to stay, and influencers will continue to educate our youth. It's more important than ever that education departments put aside moral panic and fears and prioritise the health and well-being of their students.